Hello everyone, welcome to the channel update for August. I hope everyone's July went well. Let's go ahead and dive right into what's going on with the channel. Big news, of course, is Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King has started and replaced Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I know a lot of you have been looking forward to me playing that, and I am excited to be playing it again as well. It is my favorite Dragon Quest game, by far, and it is so enjoyable. I have had some questions as to why I'm playing the PlayStation 2 version rather than the 3DS version, and it's pretty simple. The main reason I've waited so long to do it, I mean, A, I wanted to get through the earlier Dragon Quest games, and B, I've been hoping they'd announce a remaster. And they haven't yet, so I figured might as well get into it. So that's part of it, but I also figure that if they do a remaster, they're going to base it on the 3DS version. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that they would do that. At the very least, they would incorporate the changes in that version, kind of thing. So, basically it boils down to, I will still have some new content to explore myself and to share with you guys if and when they do a remaster, because I'm assuming that they would do the 3DS version. So that's what it boils down to. Also, I think I personally like the PlayStation 2 version better. I've not played the 3DS version, but from what I've seen, I don't like some of the changes, and some of them are not like changes. Having 2 extra characters, that's fine. It's actually kind of neat. Not having played with them, I don't know what they bring to the table, but it's neat. It's neat. The monsters being on screen is fine, I guess, but from what I know, it actually makes it extremely easy to grind for levels and stuff like that, because in one place in particular, an enemy that spawns like 50% of the time is a liquid metal slime, I think, and you just like pop in and out of the room, and if it's there, you fight it, you get your super high XP, and you leave, and if it's not there, and you just keep going in and out, and you get the it's a really regular way of encountering a metal slime enemy. And that, to me, takes some of the fun out of the excitement of encountering a metal slime enemy. That's me, though. Also, they went all out for the PlayStation 2 version in the West, orchestral music, and I believe the 3DS version does not have that, from what I recall. So that, I want the music in this version. That's one of the things that really got me into the game, was just wow, it sounds good, kind of thing. So that's my reasonings. Hopefully, if they do a remaster, then they will be taking the orchestrated music from the PlayStation 2 version into it. Who knows? Who knows? It's to me, not doing a remaster is just ridiculous, because the game is so well regarded, so well received, especially here in the West. It's the game that really reinvigorated the West's appreciation for Dragon Quest. To not do a remaster seems just kind of crazy to me. So that's my thinking on it. Obviously, I have no insider information. I have no idea if they're planning it, working on it, considering it, whatever. To me, it seems like a no-brainer thing. But I'm also biased because I want it. So, who knows? Anyway, other games still ongoing. Stardew Valley, of course, I'm going for perfection, so the game will end when I get perfection. That's when the LP will end. I'm still a ways away from that, so we got a bit to go on that. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, we are very close to the actual end of the game. There is some post-game stuff that I will do. but it's entirely possible. Like, I have no idea how long that post-game stuff takes. It's entirely possible that we will be wrapping that game up this month. If not, probably like early September. So that will be coming to a close pretty soon, and then I'll be moving on to another thing. And I already do know what I will be playing next, but I'm going to keep that as keep that under my hat for now. Sword of Mana on Fridays, our streams for that is also coming to a close pretty soon. Not sure how much more there is. 1-2 sessions, maybe, I think. And then we'll move on to more games in the current redeemed list. Of course, Lego building streams still ongoing on Wednesdays and Fridays. Marvelous Another Treasure Island with Zerfall has wrapped up. There is a new game that's probably going to be starting on his channel this month. Not sure, like, I haven't talked to him about when he plans to release it. It's entirely up to him. But we like to get, you know, some episodes in the can before we get into that. So, but we have started the new game and are getting our videos stocked up so that we can get it released regularly and everything. And Spelljammer's on a little bit of a break right now. Just had some, like, early in the month, I had some bad things happening that I needed to deal with. And then Zerfall's charity stream, which was a smashing success. We broke our goal, which was fantastic. So, very good cause. It was a very, very enjoyable evening, but it went late. I mean, it's a 12-hour stream, so, you know, it ended pretty late, and I needed sleep at that point, so no Spelljammer the following day. And then, being summer, some players are on vacation and stuff like that. So that's going to be this weekend and next weekend. So a bit of an extended break, unfortunately, but it's just the unfortunateness of things going on and timing and stuff like that. It happens. But we will be back after that, and I am looking forward to that. So that's basically what's going on the channel right now, video-wise. However, over on Patreon, I ran a poll, a pair of polls, I should say. I took suggestions from the higher-tier patrons, and then created a pair of initial polls to whittle down suggestions for Patron's Choice 2024. So, to kick that off, head on over to the Community tab on my main channel. I will, of course, include links in the description below. But Patron's Choice 2024 console games, there are 5 games in that. I whittled down to the top 5. We've got Azure Dreams for the PlayStation 1, Final Fantasy IX, the Steam version, Golden Sun for the Game Boy Advance, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, either the stream or the Switch or the Steam version. I'm not sure which I will play. I'll look to see if they're comparable and which looks like it'd be easier to record. But one of those. I haven't decided which version I would play. And Suika Gaiden, Swordsman of Harmonia, which is a Suikoden side story, visual novel type thing that got a fan translation some time back. But those are the 5 console games. So head on over to the Community tab and vote for those. Which game you want to see me play. Then go to the PC games poll. The games for that are Dark Sun Shattered Lands, Diablo, Return of the Obra Dinn, The Secret of Monkey Island, and I'm not sure which I'd play, the original or the remaster. I think you can, like, seamlessly switch between the graphics with the remaster, but I don't know. The Secret of Monkey Island has long been on my horizon of, I need to play this one day, I need to play this one day, I need to play this one day, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it. So, if you want to see me play it, this is the time to do it. And Ultimate 8 Pagan, because some viewers hate me. So these are the games. So go ahead and head on over to the community tab or follow the links that will be in the description below and vote on which game you want to see me play in each of these polls. Most of them would probably be a standard LP. Some of them I've looked at and thought maybe they'd be better as a stream. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I will let the polls stay open for 2 weeks probably, give or take. So we're looking at like the 14th. So go on, get your votes in, and decide what games I play in the future. They would probably be like following on to, because both Dragon Quest VIII and Stardew Valley are pretty long games in general. They'll probably be following on to that, but again, it all depends on what I need to do to get the games running and stuff like that. So, but these are the choices. So go ahead and vote in both of those polls, make your voice heard, and determine what I play in the future. So that's basically what's going on the channel. Personally, I have been having some issues with my mental health. I've talked about that in the past monthly updates. I'm doing better now. I think, some of it is just timing and events coming together in a bad way, like having my car stolen and having to deal with other things, just like kind of all hit me at once when I was already not in a great place. But I'm doing a bit better now. My car isn't doing better because turns out that the person who was assigned to my service representative or whatever term they use left the company, and they have no idea what the status of my car is. So basically, the last month, it looks like nothing has happened with my car because I literally took it in on July 1st. So really do appreciate that. That's fantastic service. There's a reason why I hate car dealers. And that was part of it. One of the reasons why I took it to the dealer, rather than like my local mechanic, was so much needed to be done. I just felt like having it done by the dealer would be a little bit more beneficial, working with the insurance and everything like that. And also, if anything went wrong, I would much rather shout at the dealership than my local mechanic. I don't want my local mechanic to be on my bad side. So, just like, so much needed to be done that let's just get it into the dealer and be done with it that way. So, I knew that there was a chance that they would not be giving a crap about me personally. Like, my local mechanic does give more of a crap about me personally. Because I've been taking cars there to them for many, many years. But didn't quite expect it to be this not care about me kind of thing. But, yeah, so. But overall, I'm doing better. So I want to thank everyone for their support. Comments and support of how I've been doing and comments of care and things like that. It really does mean a lot to me when you guys, let me know how much you're enjoying my content. It does really buoy my my emotions quite a bit. So thank you guys very much. Hopefully I will be in a better place going forward. We'll see. Obviously, when you're dealing with depression, oftentimes, like, any little thing can just be like the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing and just send you into a bit of a depressive spiral. So, things like that happen, but hopefully nothing like that will be coming up. Knock on wood. But I'm feeling pretty good right now, so all things considered, I'm doing well. So I want to thank everyone who has been supporting the channel, both through your comments and financially. YouTube members here, Patreon supporters over on Patreon. Really does mean a lot to me. Your support really does, get me through things. Supporters over on Twitch coming out to chat during streams, subscribing to the channel, throwing the bits around, all that stuff. It really, really does mean a lot. Thank you guys very much. And I do really like, interacting with you all on Twitch streams and everything like that. So thank you, everyone. Patreon names are scrolling by down below. Thanks to each and every one of you. It does mean a lot that you are supporting me. I'm hoping to keep it going. And for those who participated in the polls, the Patreon polls, both by submitting games and then voting in them, thank you all very, very much. I really do appreciate it. It has been fun to see what games people suggest, and then what actually gets the most votes. And if your choice didn't win, and if your choice doesn't win the YouTube polls, there's gonna be more of these in the future. And I do look at the list. So like, there's a few games that popped up there, and I'm like, I've been thinking about playing that, and there's interest. So, and other games have been like, I don't know anything about this, but it sounds interesting. So, obviously, my time is kind of limited in how many I can play, but I definitely do look at these results when I'm thinking about games to play in the future, and it definitely does, it is additional input, and it's much more impactful input than just someone posting a comment on a video. Hey, you should play this. I mean, I pay attention to those too, but if people who are actually supporting the channel are like, I would like to see you play this, that is going to have more impact than someone that I don't know, like, has left one comment on videos, you should play this, kind of thing. So I do take those into consideration, and I will definitely be keeping those in the back of my mind when I'm deciding future Let's Plays. I will be honest, there's more than a few games that popped up on the polls this time where I've been like, yeah, no, those are games that I've been meaning to play. I was thinking about playing them in the near future anyway, so there you go. Anyway, last thing before wrapping up this update. For those who've been paying attention to the channel for a while, I have been putting up deities over on my blog for 2nd edition D&D. Actually been doing that a little bit longer than the channel's been around. So we're actually closing in next year on 15 years for this project, and it's near the end. It's near completion. Until I add more deities, because that's probably what I'll do. Anyway, the deity this month is not a true deity. He is Anthraxis the Decayed, the former Oinoloth, or if you play 1st edition, Oinodamon. Basically temporarily deposed. I know he gets that position back in later editions, but this is written from the point of view of 2nd edition and the canon of 2nd edition, so I've focused on where he is at that point. So he is currently deposed, trying to get his seat back at the top of the Wasting Tower. But I had a lot of fun. There was some good Dragon and Dungeon magazine articles that I drew upon. Dungeon magazine number 11 had an adventure that featured a cult devoted to him, and that was basically the fact that there was a cult dedicated to him, which I don't think I've seen in any other 1st or 2nd edition material, but that was good enough for me to be like, okay, let's do it. Let's add him into the project. And then a really good article in Dragon Annual number 1 or number 2. I think it was a 1997 one, so that would be number 2. That gave a good, went more in depth on Anthraxis and the other big-named Yugoloths, and came up with a whole new thing about how they were, you know, how they came to be and stuff like that. So I incorporated all of that into the entry, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed writing this one, and if you're interested, go on over to my blog and check it out. Of course, I will include a link in the description. But that is going to be it for this update. I want to thank you guys for coming on out. And for many of us, elections are coming up in a few months here in the U.S. I know the UK and France had very recent elections as well. So I want to give a big heartfelt thanks to everyone who went out to vote, and for anyone who is in the U.S. Please do vote. Check your registration. Make sure that you're registered. There's a lot of things going on where people who haven't voted in a while are getting purged from rolls, so make sure that your registration is up to date, and go vote. It is a very important thing. There's basically only two things that being a citizen in the U.S. provides for you that doesn't apply to non-citizens, and that is voting and serving on a jury. Both of those are extremely important civic duties, so do your part. I'm actually genuinely annoyed that I have not been called in for a jury duty since 2000 or something like that. Might not even be. It might have been 1999. It has been a very long time. I want to do my part. Anyway, I'm very, very much about you know, civic duty. Do your part. Vote. Serve on juries. That kind of thing. Obviously, some people can't serve on a jury because of injury or illness and stuff like that. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying anything to disparage those who genuinely can't serve. But there's a lot of people, and you hear it frequently about oh yeah, I did this to get out of serving jury duty. Yeah, it's don't do that. Don't do that. You know, would you, if you were on trial for something, would you want a jury of only people who were oh, I couldn't think of a way to get out of jury duty? I know I wouldn't, and that's my point of view on why. You know, it doesn't matter how boring it is. I will serve if I can, kind of thing. And again, you know, sometimes you got plans coming up and you can't shift those, and that I think is a reasonable way to get out of, you know, a reasonable reason to get out of jury duty, but. It is you know, been a long-term joke here in the U.S. About, you know, people trying to get out of jury duty, and I think that's unfortunate. I think that's unfortunate. This was just all prompted by a conversation in a recent stream, so you know, do your civic duty. It's very important. It's very important. People should you know, figure out a mental framing to like these things, you know, you don't have to enjoy them, but appreciate them, appreciate what they do for the country, you know, and the same goes for other countries in similar situations. I don't know exactly how it operates in the UK, France, Australia, Germany, Sweden, you know, I assume to a certain degree it is similar. You know, you get called in for jury duty randomly and stuff like that. I don't know, but it's a civic duty, and it's your part. It really is a big responsibility to pass judgment, to listen to both sides of a case and pass judgment on the, you know, truth or validity of a charge, you know, and people should take that seriously, and it's important. It's a big responsibility, and it's I don't know, there's just so many things to say about how much that was kind of a huge shift in thinking when, you know, you get random people to listen to the facts and decide a case. So I think that it's a pretty important thing. It's pretty old too in a lot of areas, but just kind of like the you know, the formalized way of it being done in the modern era. It's really important. Anyway, do your civic duty, vote, serve on juries. It's important. It's how, we have a good society, I think. And, if you're watching the Olympics also right now, like I am, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I've been having a blast watching it. So, I'm always excited when the Olympics come around. I love the Olympics. It's like the only sports that I get into, the Olympics. And it's because I like cheering for, my nation's athletes. I think that's awesome. And like one of the things that I love the most is just like seeing underdogs win. And even when it's not, just like the excitement of the competition and seeing people cross the finish line and like the people who are competing against each other, and they're trying really hard to outrace the others and stuff like that, and they cross the finish line, they give each other hugs and stuff like that, and yay, we did it, we crossed the finish line, and it's just, I don't know, it fills me with warm fuzzy feelings. I like it. It's one of those things that just feels so good to watch the Olympics, I think. Anyway, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood these days, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's been a big change from a few months ago, and a lot of it is the support from you guys. It really has meant a lot to me. So thank you all very much, and I hope you have a good August. See you in the next update video, everyone.